your focus is on getting the job done and delivering on your promises. You know that vehicles need greases to keep them moving. But how can you be sure that you're selecting the right greases for your equipment? Can your grease choice really affect equipment working hours and maintenance costs? Simply picking a basic product that meets the minimum equipment requirements may end up costing you more. So what makes a good grease? Many of your equipment grease points need a good quality, extreme pressure grease. Take heavy-duty wheel bearings, for example. Wheel bearings can experience very heavy loads and vibration. They're also often subjected to wet, dirty and dusty conditions and intense heat from the vehicle's brakes. Some people are tempted to use a basic general-purpose grease. After all, a grease is a grease, right? The basic grease will probably look good and perform reasonably well when fresh, but over time it may be a different story. Many greases soften when they are put under pressure repeatedly or experience sustained vibration. You may see fluid leaking from the bearing, leaving the equipment unprotected against wear and corrosion. Some greases break down chemically and darken, harden, or dry up. Or a grease can be physically washed out or lose its stickiness in wet or dirty conditions. If it doesn't stay in the bearing, it isn't protecting it. Choosing a basic general-purpose grease may lead to your equipment being out of action for maintenance more often and for longer. And you may feel that you're buying new grease too often. So, what difference does using a premium grease make? To start with, it keeps working effectively for a long time. And if it's performing effectively, you don't need to replace it, so your equipment keeps on working. The oil needed to protect and lubricate is released and reabsorbed in a controlled manner, time after time, and without the grease losing its original structure or consistency. Meanwhile, the extreme pressure additive in the grease forms a protective layer on highly loaded surfaces, which is worn away and reforms. As premium greases contain plenty of additive, this can happen over and over again. Premium greases are designed to be adhesive and water tolerant, so even in tough conditions, they stay in place as a physical barrier against water and dust. Some parts of your equipment, for example pins and bushes, may need special protection from shock loads. Under heavy sudden loads, you may see a basic general-purpose grease squeezed out of the contact zone into the surrounding areas. You might even hear the noise of metal against metal. Over time, this can lead to damaged components and expensive replacements. And you may need to re-grease again and again to replace the squeezed-out product. A premium grease may contain special solid lubricants to give extra protection from shock loads. Even if the oil film breaks, these solid lubricants keep the moving parts separate, helping to avoid pitting, scarring, and general wear damage. A premium grease can really make a difference to your equipment's working hours and maintenance costs, and help you get the job done and run a successful operation now and in the long term. Shell offers the Shell Gadus range of transport and industrial greases designed to help our customers get their jobs done